I've watched a couple of readings and scrolled down my YouTube page, and I keep seeing stuff regarding spells. I keep seeing stuff about spells. I just want to know, why you have to deal with stuff like that? Especially when you mind your own business here. Like, why do you even have to deal with stuff like that? People trying to put spells on you because they mad. They mad because they jealous. They mad because they envious. They mad because you told the truth on them. They mad because you thought the wrong thing about them. You know, they're just mad ass people. Why don't you just do a spell on yourself? Man, I'm trying so hard not to say, just go take yourself out. Because we don't want that, right? Right? It's almost getting to the point where that's how I feel. I'm like, I'm tired. I'm tired. You know, you have to keep dealing with the same things over and over and over and over again. Why? Because people don't mind their own business. Simply put. Because all people ever had to do was just mind their own damn business. But they don't. And then they mind your business and then they upset about it. I don't understand. So anyway, it couldn't be any more obvious that somebody's out there doing some type of spell work again. Sure is what they've been doing. Sure is what they've been doing. Honestly, I'm just getting tired of people. Here anyway. I was just thinking where I'm at, you know, they're very passive when it comes down to corruption. They just allow things to just happen. People don't say too much of anything. Matter of fact, they'll pretend to not see because this is, you know, no snitching. And they believe in no snitching more than they do saving somebody's life. And that's just how it is. It's kind of sad. You know, they believe in no snitching, but that really means no help because they'll talk about it all day long amongst each other. That's how they do. They talk about it all day long, and everybody will know except for the person that needs to know. So is there really no snitching when you're talking about it all day to everybody except for the person that'll help? I don't think that's no snitching. I think that's just no helping. You know, people take this whole no snitching thing to a whole nother level. And then corrupt people get away with doing so much. So much. People just pretend not to see. And you know, I was thinking what we love to do is we love to march for it. And so when it all comes down, we'll put together a march and go march for it and pretend we ain't see the whole thing going down. That's what'd be funny. People been to watch the whole thing happen just and know exactly what happened, but because they not gonna snitch or more so not gonna do anything to help. Once something happened to the person, then we're gonna put together a march about it and just pretend as if that's gonna do something. It's like nobody stand up for anybody while it's all happening, but they'll pretend to stand up for you after it's all over with. I said that because I was just watching a video and the girl on there was saying how I don't know if it was based on a true story or if she was watching a movie, but how back in the slavery time, something. I think this was a true story. I forgot the lady name who she said, but she said they kind of paraded the lady all around the world, so people could make money off of her. And evidently, the lady had a really big butt, and they weren't used to seeing that, and so they just paraded the lady around the whole world and just let people touch on her. People pay to have sex with her. They just pretty much made money off of that lady, whoever she was, and her big bottom. And she was saying, she understands because it was back in the slavery days. But evidently, there's something taking place similar to that right now in 2024. How people just making money off this one person and nobody standing up for this person's rights. And I definitely resonate with that. Watching people just make money off of you. And ain't nobody really standing up for you. That's what made me just think. Just thinking, we're not living in a time so people stand up anymore for you. You're living in one of those times where they just march. That's all they do. They come out and they put this whole big old march together, and it looks really good. Because it'll be a lot of celebrities out there. You think we all sticking together and we all trying to make these changes in the world, when the truth is nobody really giving it. That's the truth is nobody really cares enough to do something while they watching it happen. But you'll never know they watched it happen because, again, it's a no snitching thing. The only people that know is the people who talk about it amongst themselves, and they're not going to tell on each other. That's why they talk about it amongst themselves, like I said. It's not really no snitching, it's just really no helping the person who actually needs the help. And so we're not going to talk about it to that person. And that's sad. That this is what the world has come to. It's sad. Instead of stand up for each other, we rather sacrifice each other. See what we can get off the next person's head. I don't know what this is right here. Somebody leaving. It is what it is, y'all. Partnership, I see. Maybe somebody's going on some type of partnership. That could be why somebody's leaving here. This partnership. London right behind that. Someone may be moving overseas. Hopefully overseas is a lot better than what's going on in the U.S. because somebody could be dating somebody here. Healing. Because, people are so funny over here. And everybody just focus on money. Getting their money. It's so funny. Because if war breaks out today, right here in the U.S., all that money will be going to waste. Everybody will be on the same level because you're not going to pull it all out the bank. And what good is all the money if there's no stores, if it's no gas, if it's no food? What good is your money then? Then you're on the same level as everybody else. And so all your fame and fortune that you were trying to protect or increase at the expense of somebody else, it'd be for nothing then, right? I feel like that point is coming sooner than later. That's what I feel like. That point is going to come sooner than later. because we have gotten to a point where it's like no turning back. That's all people are concerned about, every man for himself now. It's like after all of what we did to save each other, to get to this point where us are able to do certain things and have certain privileges, and now we're gonna walk it all back with us. We're gonna use us to walk it all back. And she was saying that was back in slavery times, but it's 2024 now. It shouldn't be like that. But the truth is, people's minds are still enslaved. And that's what happens when your body is free, but your mind is still enslaved. You still think as such. We can't seem to get away from that for some reason. On an individual basis, when something like that happens to a person, we would say maybe they have PTSD or something. Maybe they need some type of therapy to fix it. But what do you do when it's on a much bigger scale? What do we call it when there's lifetimes of damage done to people? And they're still in this enslaved mindset. What do you call it then? When people feel like there's not enough money out there for everybody, and so they just focus on them and get more and more and more because, I guess if they ever stop giving it out, then they'll be stocked up on it, right? The truth is, it's really not enough money out there for everybody. That's the truth. That's why when you go to pull it all out, it's not going to be there. It's really not. But if they can make you think it is, show you the numbers in the bank, give it to you in notes, when you think it is. But here's the thing, they can do that for everybody. If it's not really enough money, and it's probably going too deep off into it, because the world is in debt. The United States as a whole is in so much debt. And it's probably going too far into it. That's beyond certain people thought process. I'm not trying to be funny. I'm just saying a lot of people won't. Anyway, same thing they do for others, they can do for everybody. They can put them same numbers in your account. It's just a click of a button. I can do the same thing. I'll give you the same notes. The same notes, the same notes, the same IOU, the same paper right here. That's all this is paper. It's not a lack of paper. There's plenty of trees out here. Paper hold as much value as you place on it. Real value lies in stuff that people don't even have. A lot of people don't invest in because they're so concerned about the money. Anyway, um, somebody going somewhere, maybe to London, maybe somewhere overseas, could be some type of partnership. It could lead to more, maybe. I see war here. Family. I keep seeing family. I've been shuffling and I've seen family pop. Yeah. I have seen family pop out so many times. I had to laugh because as I was cutting the deck, there goes family again. I've seen family pop out here so many times in different type of ways. It's so funny that keeps popping out because I was also in that same reading. I think it was the same one. I don't know. It may have been a different one. She was saying something about somebody's family. Could have been part of the cause that part of the reason that they lost a job. Somebody's family. Could have been calling, could have been making complaints. You know, it's sad when your own family come up against you like that. It's sad when y'all, but again, I mean, it goes back to me. That's what I'm saying. People feeling like it's not enough money, not enough clout for everybody. You know, they want to do things like sacrifice you so they can get more money. People are already doing well, and they want to see you do bad. Maybe they feel like you carry yourself in a different way, or you may not come from what they come from. You know, people just want to see you suffer because it's jealousy is what it comes down to. I see still inheritance. And so it's sad when your own family comes up against you. It's sad when your own family does spell work. Sad when your own family does things to bribe people around you in order to cause you stress in your life. It's sad when your own family wants to see you suffer. See a drama queen here. Could be a woman. Hell, it could be a man who carries himself like a woman. I'm just kind of over it. I am kind of over it. Roots. Ego here. Somebody could be doing some type of root work. Somebody here in their ego, they could be doing some type of root work over somebody here. Yeah, I see reverse all spell work. I keep seeing family, so it could definitely be your own family that's doing this root work over you. You know, I seen a post. I didn't listen to it. I just seen it as I was scrolling. It said move because your family is doing spell work. It's sad you have to move completely out of your city when I don't even have that much family here. I left where I'm from. I left there a long time ago. But it's so sad, you know, people see you doing good in life and then they try to intrude on your happiness because they feel like they should be the ones who are doing the best in the family. White could have something to do with this. That's actually some of my family's last name. White. Manipulative here. I see black magic. And so I know if it's my family, then white could definitely have something to do with it. You know, they want to feel as if they're the matriarch of the family or something. so funny. Yeah, I definitely have immediate family I didn't grow up with, who for whatever reason wants to. They watch me so hard, y'all. It's sad. It's sad, and I've been noticed that, and I kind of been separated from them for that reason, because they watch me so hard, and so you can feel it in the energy. Something is coming when somebody's watching you that hard. It's not for no reason. It's not for no reason. And everything about my moves, everything about the person who I wasn't even dealing with, they knew everything, and they would be in the background trying to compete with that. And I guess they think it go over my head that they trying to compete with people around me. But I'm picking up on it. I'm picking up on the fact that they watching me and they watching the people around me and they competing with them. And that's almost like sickening. It make you not even want to deal with certain family members. And so that's what I did eventually. I just kind of cut them off. Because why are you watching so hard? Why are you watching so hard? Why are you watching me? Why are you watching people that I'm around? And furthermore, why are you competing with them? And then thinking it's going over my head when you're talking to me. And it's so funny because they're younger than me. Not because somebody's younger than you, they can't be smarter. But this is like my children's age here. It's like just barely older than my children. They around the same age. And they doing stuff because they feel like I guess they can get it over you because maybe it'll go over your head because of wherever it is that they've been in life. They've had certain positions. They've worked a certain job for like 2 years. I wouldn't even call it a job. It wasn't even a job. It's just because they were able to have certain experience for a couple of years. Knight of Pentacles. Somebody is definitely doing something for money here. Like this could be disbursement. Somebody could have gotten some money or received some type of money and kind of issued it out to different people that wasn't you. What I get from this card, I look at the moth. The moth isn't like the butterfly. The butterfly goes through a transformation. The butterfly symbolizes growth over time. Moths don't live as long as butterflies. And they're not as pretty as butterflies. And there's a butterfly at the bottom of this card, and there's a moth up here at the top. And what I'm getting from that is exactly what I was just talking about. Somebody wanting to be in your position, someone in competition with you, but they're a moth. You're a butterfly. You went through all this transformation. You went through all this growth. They have not. But yet they still want to be in competition with you. And I feel like the competition is money-wise. And so they think because they get this money, because they have this money, then it makes them somehow more superior to you. And they look at the things that you're able to have in life and the things that you're doing and maybe the people you're around. And I feel like someone here is jealous of it. And so maybe that's where the competition comes in. That they're trying to compete. They're trying to show you and show the world that they can do some of the same things as the people who you hang around can do. But where is the competition? Because nobody's watching you. You're watching everybody. Yeah, so that's something is short-lived here. Again, moths don't live as long as butterflies do. Not only that, when you see a butterfly, you think, oh, that's so pretty. And you don't mind butterflies flying around you. When you see a moth, you kind of fan it off. So this is a person who may feel neglected or pushed away. Or also the way this one eye is circled right here is really giving me like some type of secret society. Y'all know how they do the whole one eye thing? That's what that's giving me right here. And so somebody could even be in their feelings about something, but in their feelings about what? Because they're in secret competition. They're in this secret competition with themselves. Nobody was paying attention to them, and maybe that's why, because nobody paying attention to them. Because they feel like they went through all this training and they worked up their way. It really wasn't any work. It was kind of given to you after you went through it. After you did what you did. And now they're making this money, and they may not be receiving the same type of attention as you. Yeah, they may not be receiving the same type of attention as you. It's the moon here. Secrets. Something hidden. Because I feel like, again, this person's in some type of secret competition. What's hidden is their true feelings for you. What's hidden is that they're hurt for whatever reason. We don't know. Now, for me, it was nothing to be hurt about. It's like this person started competing for no reason. And you could have gotten hurt after the fact, because I seen that and I just kind of separated myself from it. I don't like to deal with stuff like that. It's my boundaries. Like I put up certain boundaries because it keeps down the trouble. And again, you know when somebody's watching that hard, it's for a reason. They stirring up some type of trouble. Something stirring up in their heart and their soul, if they still have one. Because this person, look at their eyes, it's empty in there. Somebody could definitely be hurt about something here. I see him back here, right behind, and it says bye. Somebody may have left and came back to something. And it might be time for you to leave again here. No, this card here is a card of the past. It could definitely be somebody's past here. Judgment. Get this Barbie doll right here. And then this Four of Swords here. I feel like somebody did this to you. Somebody placed some type of judgment over you. And they left you kind of out in the open, vulnerable, naked for everybody to just see. It's almost like they left you exposed. Excuse me. This Queen of Cups here. This is a nice, loving, friendly, family-oriented type of person. Why would you want to do that to somebody like that? Is the question. And again, it goes back to jealousy, envy. Says I'm tired of your bullshit. Death. Like it. Game over. I don't know what this is. You know, it's so funny because at the beginning, I was shuffling and Poison Your Food came out. But I kept shuffling because I felt like that was irrelevant to what I was talking about. But it popped out. And now for this card to pop out. Now I wish I would have said something about it. I don't know, y'all, because with this card, for whatever reason, when I see this card, it's just, this person is just standing up here. But with these birds flying around, I always get when I see this card, the way she's standing, it's like someone doing something to themselves. She's standing over a balcony and birds are flying around her, but I always get like somebody committing suicide. I don't know why. When I see this card, that's what I always feel like. Somebody like hanging themselves or something. And then it says game over right here. Somebody might want to do something to themselves because of what they did to you. But I still don't see a reason out here for what they did to you. And that may be why they want to do something to themselves, because they could truly not have a reason. They could be heartbroken for nothing. You know, like I was just saying that, you know, the competition started for no reason. No one was watching them. They were watching everybody, everyone around. They was watching me and everyone around me. And then this secret little competition. And for me, I don't say something about every single thing I see. Matter of fact, I don't have people around me to even talk to. And so I don't say anything about most things I see. I elaborate on it in my head and I keep going. It's always in the back of my head. I take note of a lot of different things, but I don't speak on it all. And that was one of those things, you know, you take note of and you just sit back and watch how stuff happens. You sit back and watch. And it wasn't every now and then. It was constant. They were watching it in full competition when people who wasn't studying them. And it's so funny because right now today, after my whole life has been sabotaged, I feel like they still kind of watch. And they pretend to not watch, but I know they're watching. I know they're watching. And it's sickening. Out of all the things you could be doing, you have a whole family at home. These games. Out of all the things you could be doing with your family at home, you're sitting back and you're watching me. I see a Sagittarius here in New York. Evil here. Communication. You could begin communication about something. Jealous. Doing black magic. Somebody jealous doing black magic and set you up. Set you up here. Somebody could be paranoid. I just seen a Libra. Libra could be paranoid about something. Now what's so funny is this person in the position that they were in and the training that they had, You would think this person would have, if they seen something happening, they would have went out the way to say something. That's not the case here. Mayor or governor could have had something to do with something here. He stole something here. I see air signs and the military. Military has something to do with this. So maybe they wouldn't have said anything because they had something to do with something being stolen from you. Maybe that's what they were watching for. Everybody in on stealing something from you. People didn't want to see you win. They wanted to have more and more for themselves. Imagine that. I don't have to imagine it. Y'all can imagine it. I don't know, y'all. Something could be happening to somebody here. Those stars didn't come out back to back like that for nothing. Like, could be trying to do something to themselves. I'm not gonna lie and say I would. Maybe not say that. On another note, I remember years ago listening to a reading and they were saying that someone is going to go through the Ten of Swords, which is like a major betrayal here. Someone's going to have a very hard life for a while. It's going to be some type of huge transformation that's going to take their life pretty much to hell. And that's my words. It's not her words. And this was a few years ago. I say 2 years ago, but it was actually more like 3 years ago. And I said that someone here was they were gonna go. Somebody was gonna, either right before or right after this happens, somebody was gonna pass. And so they're like, you'll get this huge thing coming in. She didn't say inheritance, but it's just like something really big is coming in. And you'll get this really big thing. And you'll be so happy about it. But as soon as it comes in, you're going to get this news. And you're going to be thinking it's always something. Because you should be celebrating whatever this is that's so big that finally comes. But it's like, but once you get it, somebody's going to go. See family here again. I keep saying family. Cousins, aunts, uncles, niece, nephew. Yeah. And I just cut the deck on this. Look. Severely declining population here. Bonnie and Clyde. Somebody here was working together. It says you're getting in the way of what I'm feeling. Could have been something about a relationship here. Or somebody did not want to see you win. They did a lot to stop you from winning. It's like here you are minding your own business, working on whatever it was you were working on. Trying to advance in life, putting in the hard work. And all of a sudden, people seen something. I don't know whether they seen something you were supposed to be receiving, whether they seen you advancing some type of way here, but they decided they were going to stop that. They're going to stop that by any means necessary. And so that's what they did. They set out to stop that. White. I just seen death here. It could be death of an ego. Set up. Somebody set something up here. Somebody set something up. And your own family could have played a role in it. If not been the masterminds. And I just seen employers were in on it. And so yeah. They could have definitely mastermind setting you up, making you look bad, causing you some type of ruin in your life because they couldn't stand to see you go the way you were going. I see codependent. Maybe this person was codependent on your energy. Or maybe they wanted to see you codependent. They didn't want to see you independent. They didn't want to see you having this life that you were having. They didn't want to see you live the way you were living and be able to do what it was you were able to do here. So they came for you. And just like the lady back in slavery times, nobody helped fight for your rights. Nobody done anything except for made money off of you and your energy. Imagine that. You know, energy is valuable. Energy is valuable. People build businesses off of energy. They build companies, whole corporate entities. They build buildings. It's healing energy. They're healing themselves. They're healing other people. They're definitely making money off. Could have made money off your energy. And so while they knocked you out of everything, probably including your job, then you had people coming along and just made you easily accessible. And so if you moved around, you probably ended up in a place exactly where they wanted you to be to continue making money off of your energy. Imagine that. See a Libra practitioner here. Boredom. Somebody's going through some type of behavioral emotional disorder. They have depression, bipolar, some type of anxiety. Psychological problem here. Imagine you needing to move away from your family who's trying to cause you more issues after they've already worked to cause you enough. It's not enough. It's never enough, especially when people are making money off your energy. Imagine your energy being $1 million energy, but you being homeless and sitting on the curb every night. Where people just come by and use your energy for what they want to use it for, their advancement. But it's not helping you any. It's not helping you. It's helping everybody except for you. Imagine all the things that was being worked on before they sabotaged you that could have helped everybody, because in order for God to give you that type of energy, He got to see you as being valuable with it. So imagine this Queen of Cups energy sitting back working on things that could have helped everybody. Could have been for the greater good of the world, not just themselves. And then you have these selfish people come in and do something to tear that down. They come in because they want it for themselves. Whether it's your energy, whether it's some money that was supposed to come, Whether it was some type of clout you were starting to build up or have, they wanted it for themselves. Just money in her hand. That's what they do it for. But again, I say, if war breaks out today, stores are shut down. There's no gas. There's no food. You gotta grow it yourself. If you have the ability, the know-how to even grow it yourself. You know, all communication is ceased. All the roadways are torn up. And everybody is on the same level again. Everybody on the same level. And so all the people that you sabotage, who were at the bottom, maybe just trying to come up, you're going to need them now. Your money's useless. Now you need people. Now you need those relationships that you no longer had. Now you need the relationships that you sabotaged. Now you need the same people you watched go to hell when you felt like your money was going to be interfered with. Now you need those same people who built up the skill set to survive because you put them in survival mode. When all actuality, you don't know how to survive yourself. Imagine that. Somebody here is an alcoholic. Four cups here. Typically this card is saying like I'm over it, but I'm not really getting I'm over it when I look at this. I'm getting more like I'm done. This is done. This is done. I don't know. Heartbroken. Maybe some type of secret society. Something or someone short-lived. It's a Knight of Swords energy. Nine of Cups here. The Emperor. You know what? One thing that I don't know why it just popped in my mind. One thing that I don't like about those secret societies is the way they can all help each other. And you can't help your family. Because you'll have people who are in those groups that will know everything that's going on with you. It be your own family, I'm telling you. It be your own family. They know your whole life front and back. Because if they ain't looked into it themselves, they've had somebody look into it for them. And they can tell you your whole life front and back, but they won't do anything to help you. They won't give you any warnings. They know very well you about to go through some suffering at the hands of who and why and how bad it's going to get, and they won't They won't tell you nothing. They won't say anything. And I find it it's kind of sad the way they are able to help each other, but they can't help their own loved ones. It's like, why would you want to be a part of something like that when you can't help your own family? Why'd I cut the deck on? Well, anyway, I know I kind of talked through this whole reading about stuff other than the reading itself, so, I mean, take what resonates with you. Whenever stuff comes to my mind like that, it's always for a reason. It always has everything to do with the reading. Even when I just talk at the beginning and I start pulling cards and I stick just on the cards always, they always kind of reiterate what I've been talked about. They always support whatever it is that I have addressed at the beginning. Chariot here. It's movement. It's movement. Could be police cars. It could be ambulance. Some type of movement. Eight of Pentacles here. That's work. Somebody might be moving for some type of job here. Maybe offered a job. We did see buy at the beginning. And we had London. And I was saying someone could be moving overseas here to work. And that work could be turning into some type of love situation. May turn into a relationship. Communication, happiness, trust. Somebody you can trust. Yellow. That's communication, trust, and happiness. Or this High Priestess here. One, self-confidence, start. This High Priestess is also 1-1. Something can be significant about wands. You know, it's so funny how some people lights look like they're taking pictures. You know how you see the flash on the camera? Not only did this truck right here pull up in front of me, and that's what I got from it. I don't know, I'm sure y'all seen the light and the way it just kind of flashed the way it did. It's not typical for your regular truck lights. Or any lights for that matter. But it's so funny because when I'm driving up the street in the morning before the sun comes out and it's still dark when I'm driving, I always get that, you know, some cars I look at sometimes and I can see them coming up the street. And that's what it looks like, that flash. It almost looks like somebody's taking pictures or something with the lights. It'll just be flashing. And it's not like an on and off flash. It's like a dim and bright flash. And so 1 minute they'll be like the regular flash. And the next minute it'll be dim again. And it'll go from dim to bright, dim to bright. super bright lights for somebody who pull up and ain't got out their truck yet. I'm gonna move. That's what I deal with all day. That's what I deal with all day, y'all. Lights of people. And they still haven't got out the car. I don't think that'd be no coincidence. The fact that they pull up and they just sitting there kind of speaks volumes anyway. But I'm used to it by now. It does absolutely nothing. No, before it used to give me headaches and make me feel like I get really irritated about it. Because there's regular lights and then there are those lights. And like I say, I've gotten to the point now where I can see them. It's like a flash within a light. I can't even explain it. I wish I had like a dash cam or something. It'll show y'all what I be talking about, because that's what it is. That's what it is. I don't know, that was really weird. Some lady just passed by. She was looking down, kind of staring at the ground, right here by my car. Just staring at the ground. And then she looking back like there's something wrong. As she was walking, she looked back like 2 or 3 times. I don't want to get out and see what the hell was she looking at. Meanwhile, the people in the truck still sitting there, by the way. They still sitting there. They still sitting there. I don't see anything. I see no reason she would have been staring, just staring at the car. No reason at all. Oh, they just sitting there. I'm gonna end this video. I'll be back.